So I know you have a background in music with your grandfather. Mm-hmm. Is that right?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
He's an old legendary songwriter. His name's Whitey Shafer. Mm-hmm. He wrote a bunch of hits for a bunch of different people, but some of his biggest ones that you guys all might know would be All My Exes Live in Texas, Does Fort Worth Ever Cross Your Mind? That one he co-wrote with my grandmother, Darlene Shafer.
Oh, wow.
Who I'm partially named after.
Yeah.
They co-wrote that song together while they were married. And then he wrote That's the Way Love Goes, and a song that several artists have covered called I Never Go Around Mirrors. Mm-hmm. And I had the privilege of recording that with him a few weeks ago in Nashville.
Awesome.
As a duet.
Yeah.
So that won't be coming out till the spring. But we had never worked together. I had seen him maybe 5 times in my whole life. Mm-hmm. We didn't go up. He lives in Nashville, right outside of Nashville. And we hadn't been up there. I hadn't seen him in 11 years until last February when I went. And I've just been going up there frequently just for my separate business stuff that I'm trying to do, and spending time with him when I get the chance. And when I asked him if he wanted to do it, he said yes. And so I jumped on that. And
yeah.
At 82, he killed it.
That's awesome.
It sounds so good. I can't wait to release it.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Did you guys get to write together at all, or just do the duet?
No, we didn't get to write together. We tried to do that a little bit back in February when I went to go up there to visit. But I think, I'm not saying you can't write a song at 82, but I think his mind's just tired. He's written so many songs, you know, and he gets pressured all the time to write. So I don't ever want to do that. And I don't want to put pressure on him at all.
Yeah.
He even turned down writing with Loretta Lynn last year. She wanted to write with him because she still does co-writes.
Yeah.
And he turned it down for some reason. Who turns down Loretta Lynn?
Just done with it.
I would write with Loretta Lynn.
I probably would too if she ever asked me to. That probably won't ever happen, but
never know.
If she's listening right now, you just contact me. We'll get together. We'll write something. Yeah. No, that's really awesome that you got to do that and be up there in that setting with someone like that. Were you aware of him coming up as a young person writing music and all of that? Did you know about the depth of his creativity?
I knew what he did, and I knew about the songs, but I didn't realize how influential I was. I was just a kid. I didn't know what it meant.
Yeah.
To a musician or to a singer. I just thought that was normal until I got in the music scene around the age of 20, the Texas music scene.
Right.
And everyone left and right covers my granddad's songs. Mm-hmm. Every time I go out, I hear a song on the radio or one of the bands I'm seeing is playing something if they're country. And, I do a lot of song swaps, and a lot of times they'll bust out and they don't even know my granddad wrote that song. And I'm like, it's so cool.
Yeah.
But that song in particular, I Never Go Around Mirrors, is a lot of people's favorite song, and it never charted to number 1, but it's one of those songs that always should have. So we did this, I think, with the right people up there, and hopefully something comes of it. Yeah.
Well, that's really good. That's the place to be. That's the place to do it. Definitely. That's where things are happening.
Yeah. A lot of people are building the bridge right now between here and Nashville.
Yeah. There's a weird disconnect musically, and people really take a crap on Nashville that are down here. Mm-hmm. And it's really strange to hear people do that. And I understand there's a lot of music coming out of Nashville that may not be awesome to everyone. But if you name off your favorite Texas music artists, the odds are that a lot, if not more than half of their songs were co-written in Nashville with
that's
Nashville
where the
writers.
Happen.
And that's where all these clever songs come from. And people don't seem to realize that. And then when you tell them that, they go, no, they live in Texas, and they get this weird, people just are weird about that. And it bothers me that people can't just listen to music objectively and then just decide whether or not they like it.
I agree.
There has to be some sort of my tribe is better than your tribe, war about.
Yeah, you're going to find that in everything.
It's so strange.
Even within our own scene,
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Between Dallas and Fort Worth, there's a disconnect in Austin and DFW, and it's a strange thing, but I think it drives, on the other side of that coin, it drives creativity in a specific way. People like what they like, and everyone's entitled to that. So you cultivate that in whatever way, and you go, well, I don't want to be like that. I want to be like this. So I think there's good to it as well, but it doesn't need to be so inflammatory. It doesn't need to be so aggressively anti anything that's not me kind of thing, kind of mentality. It's weird. It's a weird thing.
It is, but I think it's changing. I think that the music style that's going on, I think the Americana scene is really what's bridging that gap, because a lot of those artists play here in Texas all the time, and then they play in Nashville, or they live in Nashville. Yeah. Or vice versa. Mm-hmm. Like we have people from down here that are going up there and moving there even. Yeah. And so I hope to see a bridge soon.
Well, you don't get that mentality in Nashville. I've spent a lot of time writing and doing stuff in Nashville, session stuff in Nashville, and you don't get that mentality up there as much, because most of the people that are in Nashville aren't even from the state of Tennessee. They're from all over the country, because that's where people have flocked to be a musician. Yeah. And so there's no, I'm from Nashville, I'm better than everyone mentality.
No, I don't feel that when I'm up there.
Mm-mm. I never have. I've been nothing but embraced as a Texas style musician when I've been up there. And that's important. Places like New York and Nashville and LA and Austin to a point are like that, because that's where you go. If you're an aspiring actress and you live in the Midwest in some small town, but you just have to be an actress, where do you go? You go to LA. That's the only place you go, because that's where movies are being filmed, and that's where it's happening. And so everyone goes there, and then it's just a melting pot of places. Austin is a little bit different, I guess, because people go to Austin and then they turn around and look at everyone else and go, wow, I'm in Austin now. Like, what are you doing? It's weird. It's a weird thing, but then most of them aren't even from there either. So I don't know. It's a strange thing. I enjoy the subjectiveness and the beauty of the art form, but I don't always enjoy the human nature of it, the business and the human nature of it. It's really strange.